Are we ready to get started? Who's here to chat? Let's see. We've got Gabe Harlan already in the chat. I'm me is here, and Barbarian Brownie. Yes. Alrighty. Who wants to see me? Well, guess what? I'm here now. So let's get everything started, shall we? Tell me if you can hear me okay. If the music is too loud, it's kind of blaring in my ears right now, so. Also, cheers to all of you that are here. Let's start the day right, huh? Who here drinks black coffee? I currently do not. I have tried black coffee in the past, but I'm just not used to it yet. Music is a little loud. Here we go. Oh, of course. Barbarian Brownie says only black coffee for him. So that makes sense. Today I figured we'd talk a little bit about some watches. You know, not something I actually do regularly talk about watches, but you know, I want to kind of emphasize a few key points about watches and kind of see where the conversation goes. Let's start by saying, what are you guys wearing today? What are you carrying? I'm rocking the, of course, Monterey. That is the 42 right here. This one is a fantastic watch. Look at that. Gorgeous. Feel free to get one of your own. You can find it on the Monterey Watch Co. website. I think it's $329 right now. But use my code BradTBA and you'll get 25% off. Also, bam. Flicking the old, well, I should say the new Rosie. Let me ask you guys, if I change it to this, does this sound a little bit easier? Is this better sounding? Or should I go back to the mode I just had it? I'm me, says I use a sundial. Well, hats off to you. I don't know that any of us really know how to use a sundial right now. I know I don't. Why don't you teach us in a class how to use a sundial? Chris Valadez in the house. He's wearing his Apple Watch. You know, the smartwatch thing, I was really hyped about it for a long time. It was all the rage for me when it started with the Motorola 360. The Moto 360 watch, circular face, first of its kind. Everything else was square, and they actually did a really good job with that watch for their first smartwatch. But I got away from it. It just didn't do enough for me to justify wearing it. This is my Garmin, so I primarily wear my Garmin. It was on my wrist for years, and then I got back into wearing some nicer looking watches. Should I have changed the setting back to what it was before? Do I sound better? Let's see. Or is the music too loud still? This was a very impromptu live stream. I just wanted to jump in, chat with you guys for a bit, just see what the community's been up to. Bam. Today is One Cliff Wednesday, so anybody carrying a warnie, can't go wrong with the Factor. Boom. Cool. So yeah, I picked up the Rosie recently, and it was actually a very special thing of mine. I know somebody who actually got this one. They won it in the lottery, so they got to buy it at table price, and then, well, then they allowed me to buy it at table price from them. So I was very psyched to get this at table price. So, and for anyone who doesn't understand or know what table price means, basically MSRP, whatever the maker is selling their item for straight from their hands, versus buying something on the secondary market, which prices are generally inflated. Alrighty. By the way, what I've got my mic standing on here, by the way, is my watch box. So if you don't have a watch box, I really recommend getting one. It keeps the dirt and the dust off your watches, first of all. And this was made for me. See, it's got my name on it. Bam. It came from, I don't know, I think it came from Poland. Pretty sure it was off Etsy. And it was such a great, like Tony the Tiger, great smell to this wood. But yeah, I love the plaid cushions. They came in it too. Kathleen, welcome. Kathleen says, have you watched a few EDC presenters that wear two watches, a smartwatch and a regular? I can't say that I have, actually. That would look really funny in my opinion. That to me, that's like wearing two hats or two pairs of sunglasses. Anybody wearing two watches, in my opinion, is just indecisive. Just one way to say it, I guess. The reason I don't wear a smartwatch is because we've already got the phone. It's very distracting as is. So the benefit I see in wearing a smartwatch is your health. So if an emergency happened, if your heart rate's going up, if something's going on, you know, I think some of the new smartwatches can actually tell you and warn you, and possibly even contact emergency services. So, Knives Are Life says the case looks like a humidor box. That's correct. I mean, anyone looking at this could confuse that with a humidor. I actually don't have a humidor. I do cigars very rarely, so it's kind of one of those occasion type things. It doesn't do well with my asthma, but I do enjoy just the feeling of sitting around a fire, drinking some whiskey or bourbon, and just puffing on a cigar. So I would never carry a Warncliffe, says Chris Valadez. Why not? What's wrong with a Warncliffe, Chris? Bam. Look at that. This is the Ocaso knives. Solstice. Bam. This is in titanium, by the way. This is a very sleek knife. So, look how deep. I mean, that is deep right there. That thing, it goes all the way in to your pocket. So, if you're, I don't have any pockets here, but, you know, if you're at an event or if you're somewhere where you don't think you should show off that you have a knife, it is super discreet. I mean, this looks like a pen. Anyone looking at me would only think it's a pen, so. So, back to watches. I am rocking, obviously, my Monterey watch. I have my Omega. Now, when I say Omega, I'm cheating a little bit. This is the Omega Swatch collaboration. So, pretty cool design. It is the Moon Swatch. So, this version is the Mission to Mercury. So, Uh, this watch, I got it just because I just love the way it looks. I mean, you can't go wrong with that timeless look of an Omega, and that is that Speedmaster look. But right now, I believe it or not, even with the knives and stuff that I have, I'm not gonna invest $3,000 to $6,000 into a watch right now. Maybe in the future. Chris says, I personally think they are ugly, but the right knife could change that. Cali Hiker says he's rocking an $8.88 digital watch from Walmart. I don't have a taste for watches. You know, that's the thing about EDC. EDC, Everyday Carry, is designed for everybody. Whatever budget, whatever style, there's something for everyone. And if that means that you want an $8 watch, an $8 knife, an $8 pair of sunglasses, do you. There's nothing wrong with that. Elijah Penberthy is in the house. You know, Chris, I can't believe that a Winterblade Factor in a Warncliffe design does not, like, make you all tingly. Because for me, this knife is fantastic. So, it was, it's not my first Warncliffe, but that knife and then Tactical Pterodactyl, you know, Warncliffe and Sheepsfoot are very similar in design. So this is, I would call this more of a Sheepsfoot. I've seen some Warncliffes that are just like a drop, like a Jaeger. A Brian Brown Knives Jaeger is a very sharp drop in its Warncliffe design. So, Supreme North Face G-Shock black and yellow to match my sneakers, says Knives Are Life. That's pretty cool. Man, you got to take a photo of that. Are you in any of the Discords for Everyday Minimalist or Ron Kwok or Pocket Filth? Because you should drop that photo into some of the groups. I want to see it. Or you can DM me, Instagram, Facebook. I'm looking for my watches. They're under my mic. So. This is another Monterey. Let me fix myself here. All right, we're back. Jennifer Civillet, kind of like Chevrolet, but she hates Chevrolet, so don't mention Chevrolet to her. She hates domestics. This is a field watch from Monterey Co. Give a little wipe. This watch has actually been on my wrist quite a lot. I love the aesthetic of a green, OD green NATO strap. It's very minimalist in its design, so it's not flashy, it's not gaudy, it shows the time. This number 3 right there actually represents the M for Monterey, but also, if you look very carefully, see the line? So that M, he did that to as an ode to military, the parachuters that would jump out of the airplanes. So that's supposed to be a parachute style. Just vision it, picture it in your mind. A classy watch that I have worn for probably about 8 or 9 years, maybe longer, is this Bulova. This thing is beautiful. Let me tell you. It's a fantastic watch. I love Roman numerals. It's not flashy like gemstones, but it's got that look of elegance to it. And then I love the band here. It is super nice. I'm very particular about the band, believe it or not. Some watches, I buy them and immediately change the band. Anybody else do that with their watches? Or do they just take them as they come? Cheers. Alrighty. Let's see. Monterey. All right. Anybody have a Grail watch that they would love to buy if money is no object? Like absolutely, like your dream watch. And then also, what is a watch that is something that you think you could acquire if you had enough money? And by that I mean something that is within your means. So Kathleen says, I have a drawer full of nice watches that need batteries. Okay, well, you know, I'm sure that there is a local shop near you that can actually give you some batteries. You could even go to a Walmart. Or send them to me and I'll put batteries in them. Alrighty. Transition. So, this is the Monterey Watch Company. These watches are assembled in the United States. They do use sapphire crystal, and that's something that I love because my Omega that I was just showing you actually does not have sapphire crystal, and it is already scuffed up, and that really pisses me off. So I personally believe if you're gonna buy a watch, it's gotta, at minimum, requirement would be sapphire crystal. I believe this is his new one, the GMT. Yeah, the black tip GMT. He does nice little color variations, so you can see the green there, the red. It's got like a Rolex design to the bezel, so I get a lot of compliments on my watch when I wear it. People have actually asked me if it's a Rolex, and I chuckle because, again, I'm not buying a Rolex just yet. The Dark Bayou. I've done photos of this watch as well. I like this one. It's a very clean design. It's got a little hint of rose gold. Just enough to where it's not feminine looking, but it is very, it'll catch your eye in the right light. In fact, shameless plug. Let's take a look at my photos. Boom. See there, it's just enough rose gold to look nice and classy. But it doesn't take away from the whole watch itself. It still looks like a nice manly watch. Oh, whoops, that's a video. The field watch, you can see they look phenomenal in photos. That's the NATO strap. See, I like changing out my straps. NATO straps are pretty cool. Very easily customizable. Not too difficult to get onto a watch. Stainless steel straps, to me, these types of bands, I actually don't like the look of the majority of stainless steel bands just because there are so many of them. And some of them they just look cheap. So But I do love the design of a Bulova watch. That's the classy one I showed y'all. Bam. All right. Back to the chat. Cheers. That better be water. Cheers. Cheers. It's not water. Kathleen says, I went to a watch repair store and they want $50 plus the battery per watch. I could but batteries, but don't trust myself to open the backs up. You know, I can understand that. I actually have a full toolkit to completely take apart a watch, so I'm used to doing it. Let me see here. Where'd my... But I get it, because like a watch... Let me show you. A watch like this, where it's got kind of those insides there. Oh, camera's not going to focus well enough. Come on. Anyways, well, we'll get there. So, yeah, I would not want to mess with the back of that. There's just too many moving parts. Not that this has a battery anyway, but just as an example, I would not pop this off myself. Some watches, you can actually screw the back of it. So... Gabe says he wants to find someone that will make an Ultim linked watch band. That's wild. Wow, I'm picturing that in my mind. That to me, that sounds like something that Swatch would do. Wow. Well, I'll just share with y'all. So, some of the watches that I'm looking at are the Seiko Panda. Absolutely love the look of that watch. Let's see if we can pull it up here. I'm telling you, man, I'm terrible at typing today. All right, let's check this out. Boom. So. Wow. Okay. This is a fantastic watch. I love the aesthetics of it. It's just such a beautiful one. And now these little circles here, those are actually solar panels. So some of these are solar watches. Some of them are chronographs. But I just love the look of that. The steel bracelet is nice. But you can see a lot of people do change them out. So like the one in the middle here. Oh, I do love a nice leather band. It's not the watch I'm looking at though. So this is actually a sailcloth type of band. I don't know if anybody here has ever seen or worn a sailcloth band. If you have, I'd love to know your experience with it. I'm really curious about getting one. And speed holes. Gotta love that. The speed racing. I love a good rally racing watch band. Anybody shop on Etsy? Because you can find a lot off Etsy. I'm just never sure on the authenticity of them. How good they are, how they're going to size up. That's what makes me nervous. And some of these bands can be anywhere from $60 up to over $100. So I think if you're going to buy watch straps for that money, I would like them to work pretty darn well. Alrighty. Looks like we've got an Ian in the house here. Who ordered the 80,000 BTU 80% efficiency EveCon furnace? Well, Ian, why don't you get one and then tell us how you like it? Do a video on it. Anybody have any good watch suggestions? Anything they want me to look at? Hi, Ian. By the way, because I have my Rosie, boom, boom, Ian has been desperately wanting to trade me for a Hoto. Anybody know what a Hoto is? That is a Yoshizaki bead holder. Pretty much just a rod that holds beads, but they are way more than that. This little guy, there we go. This is made by Anthony Diaz. This is a pixel bead. It goes with my foobar. So a nice little fidget item here. Anybody else like to match their gear? Because I match all my gear. I like to make different trends. So because I have the Rosie in this putter design, I've actually got a foobar on the way that has the putter design as well. So I'm going to start doing some matchy stuff. I definitely had more watches. I think I put them away. Anybody own something nicer like a Tudor watch or an Omega or a Breitling? Hey, Dwayne. Welcome to the party. What do you guys think of the rock today? Changed up the music. I haven't really played this type of music, so usually it's EDM or something like that, some trap music. Sup, suckers, says Chef Rocky. Gabe says he just made... Oh, I just matched the materials. Okay, Gabe. So, yeah. No, to that point, again, the reason I have not put this bead onto this foobar is because this bead is also zirconium. Well, this is titanium. So, it's not really matching up very well. You know, now it's a decision of, do I sell this bead to somebody who would want to match a zirconium bead to something? Do I wait for something that is zirconium and try to match it with this myself? I don't know. So currently it's just sitting on my desk. By the way, I have not yet decided what to do. Don't take this the wrong way. When I say I haven't decided what to do, I won this Chavez for free. Boom. Look at that. I love a compound grind. And Rayot does such a great job with it. This is a Chavez Redemption 229. I believe the street model. So, yeah. Boom. For free! That's right, Mike. Barbarian Brownie. Huge fan of Chavez. As most of you know, from the very beginning, Chavez was a massive inspiration of mine. You know, I've got my Gen 3. Oh my goodness. I guess I gave him some eyebrows. Oh no. Well, that's all right. This is my keeper. This is a knife that I will forever keep. So, I don't mind scratches, snail trails. But you can see they are the same size. So, boom. Obviously, screws are the difference there. I just love the micarta inlay. I think that really, it's not gaudy. Again, it's not like weird design. It's just a nice rectangular-ish piece of micarta. But yeah, the reason I haven't decided what to do with this beautiful Chavez is because, first of all, I love titanium. Plain titanium. So, plain TI. I could obviously sell it. And I don't have to, like, make a lot of money on it. But I haven't decided yet. The plain titanium, I had one before. I actually sold one. But plain titanium is just such a nice thing to carry. You don't have to risk too many snail trails. Or rather, the snail trails actually look nice on it. It's like a patina. So, but I already have 3 Chavez knives. Bam. The scapegoat. The Redención. Here we go. And now I have this Redención. So, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe a giveaway in the future. I don't know. Hint, hint. I'm working on more YouTube content. So, I'm going to start doing more for watches. So, if anybody wants to see more watch content, I'm going to do some cool things there. I've got some things in mind. It's just finding the time to do it. Otherwise, for now, true to my name and true to my nature, anybody else really like Oz Roosevelt? The Oz Machine Co. Roosevelt. Now, I was really after. I thought to myself, okay, I would never pay so much money for something if I couldn't get exactly the model that I wanted. Well, it just so happens I'm twinning. So, here I have a titanium putter. Putter being the milling design. And then I also have a Silver Surfer. So, this one also has a, let me say it right, zirconium blast. So this is done by a very well-known professional knife modder. So, yeah, the Silver Surfer is a very sought-after variant of the Machine Co. So yet again, now I have decisions to make. Do I keep it? Do I do photos? Do I just continue to collect? Do I sell it? I don't know. Gabe, thank you. Yeah, mead mug. Bam. Everyone should have one. Cheers. Kathleen says, I'm interested in the watches. I'm going to find a way to get about 10 of mine going. What 10 do you have in mind? Are any of them some brands that we might recognize? Seiko, Citizen, Bulova, Movado, Tudor, Omega, Breitling, Rolex. You know, just going off the top of my head here. G-Shock, Casio, Timex. In fact, you know what's funny? Again, you don't have to spend a lot of money to be in the EDC community. Timex watches are really looking nice. Let's see. I saw a Timex the other day that really had me going. Bam. All right. Check that bad boy out. That is a Timex Q in the chronograph. I love the look of that little watch. Now again, to me, I will immediately change out that band. I'm not a fan of that. But you know, I love the numbers. I love the look of it. Now what's funny is I don't like big numbers on my watches. I think that actually look kind of cheap. So these small numbers I actually do enjoy. So I'm kind of somewhere in between when it comes to a watch styling. Chronographs, rally racing watches, diver watches. The divers tend to have the bigger numbers because obviously if you're diving, using them what they're for, you want to be able to see the numbers if you're underwater. And pretty quickly at that, you know, if you're trying to time your oxygen tank, if you're scuba diving or something like that, you know. But yeah. Any let's see. All right. Yes, Jennifer Civilay says she loves the Renaissance Festival for the mugs. How did you know I got this mug at the Ren Fest? You must have been there with me. Seiko, Swatch, G-Shock, Citizen, Victorinox, Invicta, and more. I like Victorinox. Actually, they make a very nice watch as well. You know, it's kind of like the Swiss Army knife. You get a Swiss Army knife and you get a Victorinox watch. I mean, those are two fantastic pieces to have. And Victorinox, I believe, are not overly expensive, but you can get some very nice pieces. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know about anybody buying off eBay. I do not buy off eBay. I don't trust it. But maybe I should give it a shot. Bam. This watch actually does a lot for me. I love it. Again, it's very clean. There's no gaudy looking numbers on it. I love the red. Just kind of, you know, the red's kind of sprinkled in there. Just enough. I like the beveling on that bezel. The bevel on my bezel. Ooh. Well. This is actually pretty nice. Yeah, I would definitely rock that. Absolutely. I would definitely swap out that band. I'm not a fan of rubber or synthetic watch bands. So, anyways. Mike, oh yeah, Mike loves the blacked out watches. He wants the murdered out Seiko dive watch. Gabe says, I've got the Oneness G-Shock that would look great with an Ultim linked watch band. Oneness? What is that? What is that, Gabe? I don't even know that I've heard of that before. The Oneness. Oh, okay, yeah. Absolutely. I mean, that's basically Ultim. I don't know that you need to change that at all. Let's take a look. Yeah. This is an Ultim watch. There you go. I'm sure that that's not actual Ultim, but I mean, it doesn't get any more Ultim than that. Oneness. One with your watch. And of course, you gotta have some bourbon in there. Cool. Anybody else really particular about certain materials? I will say that I've been very much wanting to get into titanium watches. So let's see what comes up here. I know RZE has really nice titanium. There's no way. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, yeah. No. Oh, Chrono 24. Yeah, they're fine. That is dope. The Land Tortoise. I think I would rock this kind of watch. So yeah, I really like titanium for a watch just because it is lighter material. Now, I like the weight of a watch, but if you're going to get a watch that you want to last a very long time, titanium's going to do you better. Oh. So this is what I've looked at before. The Eco Dry, the titanium. These are called the Super Titanium. It's kind of got an Iron Man vibe to it. I'm not really sold on this. I actually, believe it or not, I'm not too into this watch. Yeah, I don't like that band. It's too smooth. What are you guys' thoughts on this watch? Would you wear it? Would you pay that for it? Let's see. Anybody else just spend a lot of time browsing, shopping through things? I tend to shop way too much. Like I'm constantly exploring. I do love the Big Eye, the TI Field Watch. I think they definitely did a good job with putting it on a leather NATO. Thank you, Jennifer. She says that I am not lying. Yes, she would know. I do spend a lot of time shopping. So Ian says, I can't bring myself to watch this when there's much better offerings from esteemed watchmakers. Gabe says, I'd wear it with a suit, but I'd never pay for that. That's funny. This is interesting. I've never seen this before. The Silver Hypertech. I don't know anything about MTM. Now here's what's funny. I actually like this bracelet, this band. This does very nice things for me. I like that beveling. Cool. Oh yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah, I mean, Gabe, that to make that point, there's a lot of things that I would do, you know, if I was just given the opportunity without having to pay for it. You know, things I would wear. It's just not. I agree, though. I wouldn't pay for some of these things. Bulova Hack or Hamilton Khaki, big idea field watch. So Ian is giving us some suggestions here. The Bulova Hack. Nope. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. So, okay. I'm saying no. Because if I'm going to buy a plain old field watch, I do like the leather. But to me, I don't like those big numbers. That looks like a clock you would see in a school. And once you're out of school, you don't ever want to look at a clock like that again. So I'm not going to wear that on my wrist. Even if this was given to me, I wouldn't wear it. Because why would I wear that when when I have that? Look at that. Yeah, Ian, it is a textbook field watch. You're right. Let's see. Okay, so look at this. You get a very nice textbook field watch. You got big numbers, but it's not imposing. So there's only 4 numbers there and a cool design on the 3. And again, I'm not trying to sell this watch at all. I just think if you're going to get a field watch, this comes with a beautiful NATO band. It's perfect for what its purpose is. You get it for $249. Type in the code BradTBA. Guess what happens? Bam. You're only paying $186. I mean, this is the only reason right here. If I'm going to get that type of watch, I'm not going to pay $380. When I could save $200. I could basically buy 2 of these watches. I could buy 2 of these. Ian. Listen. I'm talking about value for money, Ian. Fook Doozle. What's up, brother? When you're talking value for money, I like Seiko. Like I said, I like the Big Idea design watch. I love the leather NATO. But again, if I'm going to buy it, if I'm going to spend my hard-earned money, first of all, I'm going to be, for $380, I'm going to look at something a little bit more. And by that I mean the Seiko Panda. So, Bulova offers some very nice watches. Where is it? Oh, so I have the Sutton. That's my watch. Oh, come on. So the Precisionist. This is my favorite line from Bulova. Look at these gorgeous watches. There's a lot going on there. It is a big watch. But this is one of my favorite watches. And if you want to look super classy, they have the curve model. Where is it? It's got to be somewhere. Oh, I guess maybe they did away. No, they definitely did not do away with it. Ah, there it is. Yep, the curve. Look at this. Super classy, beautiful. Again, not overdone with the rose gold. Now, remember I said earlier, I cannot stand synthetic, silicone, rubber watch straps. So that is one of the only reasons I have not jumped on one of these watches. I've been looking at this for years. And I hate that stupid watch strap. So, if they could take that away, I might have one of these. Anyways, Ian, that's my rebuttal to you on that. Boom. Alrighty. Oh yeah. It's a rosy party. We got Pedro in the house. Fook Doozle. Dwayne Letterman is still here. Dwayne says, I will readily admit I have no knowledge of watches and just lack the style sense. I have a $25 Casio and it does what I want. Again, beautiful. Love it. Casio is a classic watch that will forever remain in style, I think, because yeah, it does its purpose without overcharging. Chris, welcome back. Jennifer is about to pick up our son from the school pickup line. So Jax is my son, by the way, everybody. Jennifer Civilly is my lady. She's been lurking in the chat. Gabe, I think I answered that question. What do you think about the Big Idea TI watch? I think I answered that question earlier, but I love it. I do love that design. You know, I think I would really be like, I would want that watch specifically because it's titanium and it's Big Eye design. What did I see the other day? Yes. Alrighty. I'm kind of going against everything I said earlier when I show you this. But there's a watch that actually very much caught my attention. I think I have it saved on my phone. Hang on. Maybe not. Well, if I think of the name of it, I'll share it with you guys. It's a Seiko. It's a Seiko that is just a gorgeous looking watch. Ah. Okay. Has anybody ever heard of the Seiko Brights? I have not heard of it before recently, so let's see if this is the right thing. Yeah, this is it. Cool. Boom. A little transition. So, this watch I find really nice. It's a wide face. It does have the big numbers, which I'm not a fan of, but the B. It's got a B for Brad. It is a Seiko that comes from Japan. Some Seikos do not come from Japan, and that can actually really tick people off. It's got a B on the bracelet. It's got a B on the back of the case. It's a really cool watch. The Seiko Brights. Yeah, this is the one right here. The full titanium. See, again, I was looking for titanium watches, and I came across this watch, and it just really caught my attention. I love the aesthetics of it. It's very difficult to find one of these. So, but look at that. Look at that customization. You could put a steel bracelet on it. You could put a leather bracelet on it. I mean, it's so nice. I love it. Also, it's got a very unique style on the hands. So if you look at the little hands there, I like that. It's unique. Also, here's the... Okay, I don't want to click you. Well, there you go. Boom, look at that. It was made for me. Titanium, made in Japan. Big B on the back of it. I mean, it literally has my name on it right there. So, anyways, you may see one of these soon. Who knows? That hurts me. $750 is really hard to swallow. So, I don't think I will buy one of these for that. But if I could find one at a decent price, again, you may see me in one of these. That's kind of cool. Alrighty, I've talked your ears off about watches. So why don't I got one cool thing to show you. Alrighty. Well, bam. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Thursday boots. Has anybody ever looked at some Thursday boots? Look at these. Gorgeous. These are the Captains. Oh, wow. That leather. That is some nice leather. Somebody said, "Oh, it's got a smiley face." It was my lady. That was Jennifer who said that. But yeah, this boot is beautiful. I'm gonna wear it. I might end up doing a review on it, but there's tons of reviews that you can find on YouTube already. So yeah, I'm excited to wear this bad boy. I've been looking at them for a very long time. My shoes have finally worn out to the point where I said, you know what? I need some new ones. let me just go for the Mac Daddy. Um, I know there are boots that are more expensive and more rugged. Mike says he checked those out the other day. Yeah, was it when we were talking with Brady about those? Because Brady's photo is tagged on their Instagram. I shared it with y'all during the live stream last time, or I should say, Mike and Brady West's live stream. We checked out some Thursday boots, but yeah, I love shopping for brands. So brands of clothing, brands of shoes, brands of watches. Fookdoozle says right now I'm wearing these sexy Walmart Brahma steel toe boots. I'm really bad at this. No, you're not bad at anything, brother. It's everybody's preference. It's whatever you feel fits your style, fits what you need, fits your budget. I mean, Thursday boots are not cheap. They're $200. 199 smackaroos. Bam. Okay. Mike says he's got Ariat cowboy boots on. Okay. Well, I think if you're going to get cowboy boots, then yeah, Ariats are the way to go. Thursday boots are so nice. He's got a pair of... Oh, Fookdoozle has a pair of Merrill hiking boots. They were a gift. You know, it's hard to justify the money that we spend. And yeah, everyone's got a different point of view. Hello, M. Houston. Welcome. So, when you're trying to look at something for yourself, let me ask you guys your thought process here. And you don't have to agree with me, but I bought a lot of less expensive things. Shoes, watches, knives, pens, wallets. And I find that I'm constantly replacing them. Every 6 months, maybe last a year. So when I look at something that's $200, like a pair of these Thursday boots, I think to myself, okay, if I wear these and I have to replace them within a year, then they were not worth it, and I won't ever do it again. I will continue to buy a $50 pair of boots maybe and wear those for a year. But I think the point here is what we're all hoping for is we're going to buy something for more money and it's going to last us for a longer time. So these are the ones that I have right here. These are the Arizona Adobe Captains. So Gabe says he's got Mario and Luigi house slippers on. Yes, listen, man, rock whatever fits you. But when you're broke, you get stuck in a loop. You can't afford something better, so you get the cheap one. Then you have to replace it. You end up spending more and suffering. Exactly. Fookdoozle has it. You know, and that's the thing. I really wanted to make my last pair of shoes last a long time. I really pushed them. I think I got almost 2 years out of those shoes that I had. And to be honest, the ones that I had were more of a Chelsea style. Chelsea meaning, let's see if we can find one here. No. Anyways, it was a shorter boot that I had for a while. And I wore them to dinners, parties, out in the woods. You know, I really put them through the test, and they lasted a long time, which I love. And those were, I think, $90. So it was something like this, a Chelsea style. But, oh yeah, these right here. So these are the Cadets. I almost got this pair of shoes, just because that's kind of what I'm used to wearing. I really wanted to try the higher boot this time to see if it's something that works for me. I will have more thoughts on it next time. But hopefully I get at least 4 or 5 years out of these boots. They are supposed to be that type of boot. They have what's called a Goodyear welt, and that lasts a longer time. So, yeah, I justify spending more money on things that I think are supposed to last me longer. But if it's anything like my knives, I don't know. I switch up my knives pretty regularly. Pedro says no shoes on, but I definitely think shoes or boots are worth spending money. Yes. That's another thing. Specifically boots and shoes and sneakers. I will spend more money on those because when you're on your feet, you got to be comfortable. You have to, in my opinion, you have to have something that's going to be comfortable, stylish, because that, I mean, think of it this way. If you walked on your hands all day long, you would probably want some really nice gloves. Not that we do that, but still. So don't cheap out on your shoes, if nothing else. I mean, you can get a cheap pair of jeans. No one's going to question your jeans. No one's going to be like, dang, are those jeans from Walmart? Or are those jeans from, you know, some high-end brand? I don't know. But, you know, jeans, again, especially as a man, I think not a lot of people are really commenting on our clothes. I think women have a tougher time of that just because women are very conscious of what they wear and how they dress, because other women are constantly like, oh my gosh, where did you get those? That looks so great. How much was that? You know, things like that. So I think women are a little bit more conscientious of that. Whereas as men, you can throw on a t-shirt and jeans and you're fine. But your shoes, I think the shoes have to be something that you put your money in and invest in. Mike says Wrangler jeans. Whatever Wranglers are. I prefer Wrangler, but I'm sure Wranglers are good too. Fugdoozle, 100% agree. These Brahma kill my feet after a long day. I don't recommend them for anyone who spends all day in their boots. Unfortunately, when you can't afford something better, you need something right away. Yes, you're exactly right, Fugdoozle. And that's, we face that in all aspects, whether it's knives, shoes, watches, your car, your house, your whole life. I think we all face the loop of trying to climb to the next tier, the next level. If you're in an apartment, you're trying to get a house. If you've got Walmart shoes, you're trying to go get some Air Force Ones. You know, whatever it is. Whatever next level you're trying to get to, I think it's very difficult for me as well because I have other responsibilities. So it is hard to climb to the next tier, but if you can manage it, if you can, you know, if you can really wear the cheap things for a little bit longer just to save up that little extra and get something nice for yourself, then I think that's kind of the only way to break the loop. So anyways, I am not a financial advisor by any means, so don't take finance advice from me because I'm just going to tell you to buy more knives. So anyways, it's been fun chatting with y'all today. Let me jump off this screen. I'm sorry. You guys were staring at boots and not my beautiful, handsome face. I'm so sorry about that. But anyways, I hope you all had fun. If you have any good suggestions for watches that are, I would say, under $500 that you think is like the watch that you think is your favorite, shoot me a DM. I'd like to know what people think is like a supreme watch that is affordable. And when I say affordable, again, I'm talking less than 500, less than 300. You know, again, just different levels. Maybe less than 100. If there's a watch that is just fantastic for less than $100, I'd like to know. So, anyways, let's see. Pedro says he worked for 511 Tactical and got to pick free shoes. I picked the experts. They've lasted since 2019. I hard used them and walked through many puddles and flooded areas. Awesome. Why do you guys wear boots unless they need them for work or outdoor adventures? Kathleen. Come a little closer. It is just in our nature, I guess, as men. Part of the reason that sold me on these boots, they're called the captains. When you wear this boot, it's taller, so you gain a little height. Again, it's all mental. You gain some height. You've got premium leather. It's rugged, but it also looks dressy. So it takes you to the time where you're either a captain in the Navy, you're a soldier, you're a man who needs a rugged boot to do something. I think that's why we wear boots constantly, because I think it's in our nature as men. We want to feel like at any moment we can just, we can do some hard labor. And I hope that's not coming off as shallow, or I don't think it's misogynistic, but I mean, boots are very comfortable when they're the right boot. And again, I mean, when you see a man who wears dress shoes, you think businessman, not hard labor. When you see a man who wears boots, you think hard labor. You just associate that instantly. So when you wear dressy boots, you're kind of getting the best of both worlds. And that's the whole marketing and selling point behind Thursday boots, is you're getting that dressy, casual, dinner, rugged, outdoors. I mean, you get your whole life as a man. You can wear one pair of boots and that's it. You don't need to do anything else. So in my mind, that's how I justify it. That's why I wear them. So, yeah, I mean, obviously a lot of men wear sneakers. I wear sneakers to go jogging. I wear different type of work shoes when I'm at work, just because I have to wear black shoes. So it's hopefully that answered your question. Kathleen, Pedro says, Kathleen, I wear boots during the winter for comfort and warmth. Normal guy shoes just don't cut it. Yeah, again, you're wearing something that's protective, rugged, but you can walk inside and go straight to a dinner table and no one would question it. So, yeah, I think we just all want to be hardworking men. Alrighty. Well, that's it for today, everyone. Hopefully you liked the chat. We kind of went from watches to a couple knives to some boots and just kind of jumped around. So thank you again. I'll hopefully be putting out some more content soon. Thank you guys. You are the Alpha Crew, and I'll catch you on the next live stream. Take it easy.